I mean, can you tell me what's going on with Bronny? He's getting a lot of coverage. We are covering the son the way that we covered the father, and the son cannot be the father. The son...
Father, Son, God's breath, Jesus at Red Rocks.
Can you tell me, Bronny, what kind of prospect he is? Because they were showing a lot of his dunks, or they were showing a dunk his
yes.
a number of times here as we cover his son the way that we covered him.
Well, Dan, you know, one thing I love about this show, our show, is when we do show synergy. Because this week on Basketball Illuminati, we dug deep on this. Actually, we talked about it for the first time a couple of weeks ago, how Bronny, who is a consensus top 50 prospect in the nation, has 0 college offers. And we thought, that's very strange. And we started going through what are some of the things he might be doing instead of going to college. And one of the things that we mentioned was maybe he's going to go the G League Ignite route. So
has he not committed to Oregon?
He hasn't talked to anybody. He hasn't had a single visit. He has 0 offers. So in the time since that episode dropped 2 weeks ago today, things happened, that dunk happened, and people are starting to talk about him again. And so Paul Biancardi, who's a recruiting expert over at ESPN.com, writes and says he doesn't have any offers, but it's still early in the process. Well, Tom Habistro did his own research and looked up of the top 100 prospects in the nation, the average number of offers they have going into the senior year, 15. The lowest number after Bronny's 0 is, I believe, the 98th player in the nation has 3 offers. And then a couple guys have 4. So this is highly irregular that a prospect who, regardless of what his name is, he's top 50 and he has 0 offers. And so we try to dig into that a little bit on Basketball Illuminati.
But are you embargoing the information on this? Are you telling me that Bronny is an overhyped stiff?
No. What I'm telling you is something weird is happening here. Because one would think even a school like Akron or Dayton would just throw one against the wall like, hey, we offered, just to say, hey, we're the first ones to offer LeBron James Jr. a scholarship.
More than that, if you don't mind me interrupting, if you're a smaller publicity-seeking school, you would love to have LeBron James's son, even if he's not that good.
Right.
Just for the publicity and the attention.
There was a lot of conversation about whether or not Bronny was going to enter the G League. Perhaps there was some conversation about, what if this is LeBron's way of maybe going to the league and saying, hey, how about we go back to players being eligible from 18 years of age as opposed to 19 years of age and getting rid of the player eligibility rules. And that now it seems as though he's entering the college recruiting process more formally. I saw that he was linked to the move to Oregon.
So LeBron tweeted,
and then LeBron clarified that we're not doing that just yet.
We're not doing anything. We haven't had a single visit. And so a lot of these rumors are coming out just to fill the space. But I'll tell you what, there is a case study right now in the G League. There's a player named Scoot Henderson, right? Scoot Henderson, one of the best prospects in the nation, didn't just forego his year of college. He forewent the past of forego?
Yes, go on.
He foregone his senior year of high school. He did his senior year of high school in the G League with the G League Ignite, and now he's doing his second year with the Ignite, and he'll be draft eligible at the end of this season. He's going to be a top 5 prospect in the NBA draft. So one of the things that we've been talking about on Basketball Illuminati is, what if Bronny's gearing up to do the same thing? He's going into his senior year of high school, screw it, going straight to the G League, going to the Ignite, be part of that program for a year. At the end of the year, what Chris just said, they might change the rule. They've had conversations. Adam Silver brought it up at the Board of Governors meeting last month in Las Vegas, that there is a push to change the age limit from 19 back down to 18. If that were the case, then Bronny would be draft eligible right now in 2023. And you say, what does it matter? I mean, why does it matter if he's 2024 or 2023 draft eligible?
Yeah, play with LeBron.
LeBron's contract ends this season. This is his last season. People say, oh, he's going to sign an extension, but he hasn't yet. Why not? Well, if you're trying to figure out where my son's going to
Well,
go.
he said he wants to play with his son.
Well, he said he wants to play with his son, but specifically, we've all thought, well, the earliest that can happen is 2024. So he has to sign an extension in order to do this. But what if he doesn't? What if the rules change in the meantime and he's eligible in 2023 and LeBron is free in 2023 and now you can be a package deal?
Basketball Illuminati,
Third eye open.
keep it open.
Well, and I think, if Bronny James is eligible that year, if you're saying, where is he now? He's a top 50 prospect
Top
there or
50,
thereabouts?
yes.
What if that gets Bronny James overdrafted? Because if a team that says, I can go draft Bronny James and LeBron James, essentially, that you're signing LeBron to a one-year deal as a result of that player getting drafted, thus perhaps making Bronny James more money with his first rookie contract.
Let's play this fun game, guys. How high of a draft pick would you take Bronny James simply for the right to get LeBron James? How high, Dan? Are you going first round? Are you going lottery pick?
Oh,
Are you
I'd
saying
give anything. I'd give anything that's not a top 10 pick. Sure, if I could just get. And it depends on how much marketing if I'm not even interested in my team necessarily being good, I just need my team. I'll go higher than that if I just need my team to have a circus tent around it.
Can we play the game of what would be the funniest team to draft Bronny, and then LeBron has to play his final NBA season?
That'd be
Is it
great.
the Kings?
Sacramento.
I feel like it's
Sacramento.
the Kings.
The answer is always
There's
Sacramento.
probably some other funny ones
I'm going
too.
to say not Sacramento, and here's why. Because Sacramento allows LeBron, in essence, to still live in LA and just commute via that
That's a long
Kardashian.
That's a long.
By that
ass commute.
Kardashian jet, though. The one that,
I think I saw a stat yesterday that the only team that is yet to play on Christmas is the Charlotte Hornets. That they
Yeah.
are the least relevant franchise in that
Jordan.
respect.
Jordan.
No, but
Jordan,
that's-
Jordan's a great shout.
yeah, that would be a weird one.
Well,
The
why would it
Magic.
be weird?
Yeah, Orlando. I was thinking,
No,
yeah.
Charlotte, way more weird of dynamic because you got LeBron versus Jordan, right? And then you got Bronny versus Melo, right? Because they've kind of got their little star wonderkind or whatever. You add this guy, and depending on how good or not good he is, it creates a tension. Attention for attention. Get it?
I think Orlando would be funny.
Whoa, what?
Splat-
Wait a minute.
That was the computer
My finger
protesting.
drifted. My finger drifted.
Your
Sorry.
fingers were protesting. Your fingers were doing a protest. They said, no,
You were
no,
very,
Witty.
You were very pleased with that.
Attention for attention?
Yeah.
Come on. That's great. That's wordsmith right there.
Mhm.
Here.
You're a writer.
I am.
That's wordsmith.
Yes.